In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Calendly API step by step so you can generate a personal access token and get your integration ready fast. If you've ever wanted to connect Calendly to your app, automate scheduling tasks, or access Calendly data securely, this guide will walk you through the entire process in a simple way. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more software tutorials just like this. Let's jump in. First, sign into your Calendly account. Once you're inside your dashboard, look for the Integrations and Apps section, or in some accounts, you may see a developer option instead. Calendly organizes its API tools here, so this is the best place to start when you want to work with the API. Next, open the API and Webhooks section. This is where Calendly keeps the settings for developers, tokens, and webhook-related tools. If you're building an integration, this is the area you'll use to connect your application securely to your Calendly account. Now click Generate Personal Access Token. This is an important step because the token will be used to authenticate your requests. In simple terms, it tells Calendly that your app is allowed to access the data you've selected. Without this token, your application won't be able to communicate with the API properly. After that, give your token a name. Choose something descriptive so you can remember what it's for later. For example, if you're using it for a website, a CRM connection, or a scheduling automation, name it based on that use case. This makes it much easier to manage if you create more than one token in the future. Then you'll need to select the permissions your integration needs. Calendly lets you choose access based on the type of data and actions your app requires. For example, scheduling permissions let you access and manage scheduling-related data. User management permissions allow access to user information. Contacts permissions are used when you need to read or manage contacts. And if your workflow needs it, note-taker permissions may also be available for note-taking related features. The key here is to only select the permissions your integration actually needs. That helps keep your setup cleaner and more secure. If your app only needs scheduling data, don't give it unnecessary access to contacts or user management. Always follow the principle of least privilege when working with API tokens. Once you've selected the correct permissions, create the token. Calendly will generate it for you right away. After the token is created, copy it and store it securely. This is very important because personal access tokens are sensitive credentials. You should treat them like a password and keep them in a safe place, such as a secure password manager or your application's secret storage. After that, you can now use this token to authenticate your application or integration when making Calendly API requests. That means your app can start talking to Calendly, pulling the data it needs, or performing the actions you've authorized. If you're testing an integration, this token is usually the first thing you'll use when setting up your API client or automation workflow. A few quick tips before you go. Always double-check your permissions before creating the token. Keep your token private and never paste it into public code or shared documents. If you no longer need a token, revoke it so your account stays secure. And if you're working with multiple integrations, label each token clearly so you always know what it was created for. And that's it. You now know how to use the Calendly API by creating a personal access token and preparing your integration for secure requests. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.